Hey friends, this is Alyson Rhodes, and you've tuned in to an episode of Journey to Wellness. Stay tuned.
Well, hello there, good people of the internet. Thank you for tuning in to an episode of Journey to Wellness. Now, I have a few updates before we get started with today's video. The first update is I have my own website and it's up and running. It's not complete, but it's there, and anyone who's in the States can actually go buy my artwork. So like you can see right here, that's one of my canvas pictures, and so I'm gonna put the link right here up above my hand somewhere, and you can go on there and check it out. My music's also on there and a blog, so go check it out right now. If you're not following me on Twitter, I'm gonna put my Twitter handle somewhere down here, and make sure you follow me on Twitter because that is the best way to keep up with me as far as updates or videos or getting your feedback, so make sure you do that. So today's video I wanted to make about choices and how our choices impact our lives and our recovery, and it's going to affect every other aspect of our life. Let me start off by saying I don't think mental illness is a choice. I think it has to do with a combination of things. I think it has to do with genetics and the way you were raised, your environment, and also how you were raised to perceive life and what you believe about life. I mean, there's a combination of factors that go into mental illness. I also want to say that mental illness should be treated like any other physical disease. For example, if someone has diabetes, they don't choose to have diabetes, but they have it, and they're going to do what they need to deal with it and to cope so that it's better. And you go to the doctor for your diabetes, and they instruct you on what to do and how to take care of yourself, and you give yourself, you know, insulin or whatever type of diabetes you have, whether it's pills or insulin. But it's an illness, and people aren't going to think twice, well, so-and-so has diabetes, okay, you know, if you say so-and-so has depression, a lot of people tend to turn their heads and wonder what's wrong with them. Overall point I'm trying to make is that we don't choose to have mental illness, but the choices we make, we are very much in control of on how we deal with our mental illness. Initially, I had a really hard time accepting this concept because I didn't want to feel like I was responsible for that much of my behavior. But in my opinion, and I understand that there's people out there that believe differently than me, and that's okay, but my opinion is that people have a lot more power over their thoughts and actions than they think. When we go through something in life, and I am speaking from personal experience, when we go through something in life, we immediately have a choice to make. We can either let that event define us and let it change us and possibly destroy us, or we can choose to make good choices for ourselves and put it behind you. And that's what I always like to say, you know, either let it define you or put it behind you. And those are the types of thoughts that have gotten me through this far. I know that it's hard to compare, and it's hard to say this to everyone because everyone deals with their things differently, and we're all in different situations. But I do know that if you want to not let what happened to you define who you are, you've got to make a choice to want good things for yourself and to do good things for yourself, because even making a small choice of getting up in the morning is doing something good for yourself. The choice to take care of yourself, get a little exercise, shower, put on makeup, those little choices, and although they may seem so little, they are taking you in the right direction the direction of leaving all that behind you. Now, in order to be successful, I feel like we have to have a few things. If you need to be on medication, then be on medication. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Like I was saying earlier about the diabetes, it's no different. People shouldn't be looking at you any different for mental illness. There's nothing wrong with you. You just have an illness of the mind. While Billy over here has an illness of his pancreas. I mean, it's the same. Not exactly the same, but you know what I mean. So, if you need meds, get meds. Some meds help, some meds don't, but you don't know until you try. I think one of the most important things I ever did for myself was get counseling. It really was. It was a decision that changed my life. I made the choice to get counseling even though I didn't want it. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk to a stranger. I didn't want to trust somebody to potentially be heartbroken or disappointed again. And I didn't want people to know I was going to a counselor. I mean, they were going to think I was crazy, right? No. It really made the difference between who I was and how far I've come. Don't be ashamed to talk to somebody. It can only help you. This is your life. Make the choice to talk to somebody, because keeping it inside and denying it and not going to get help is only keeping you from putting everything behind you. It's holding you back. It's also going to be really important that you find a support system, because you're going to need somebody to lean on, and you don't need to be alone during this time. So wherever you can find it, it doesn't have to be your family, it can be friends. For some of us, it's really hard to get out of the house, so join a community online. I'm a part of the Katie Morton community, and I'll put her information down below. If you don't have anywhere where you're getting support, come over and get support. It's a great website. She's a great person, and everyone on there is great. So find a support system so that you can work on you, and if you need help, help is right next to you. It's also going to be really important to take care of yourself physically, because I know that for me, when I didn't have the energy to take care of myself, it made everything that I was going through mentally 5 times worse. So if you can just get out of bed, take a shower, if you can do that, great. Eat, and I'm not talking about like one meal, just a couple bites. Eat something that will sustain you. Eat something that's good for you, because it'll help you feel better. And get outside a little bit, sit in the sun, get some vitamin D. That's going to help your mood. And make sure you're drinking water, and just your basic needs, make sure they're taken care of, because that's going to help a lot mentally and all throughout the process. So the whole point of this video is to let you know that you have a choice in your life. You can either, like I said, let it define you or put it behind you. And there is no reason why you can't put it behind you, because every single person out there that's watching this, you matter. Even though you feel like you don't, maybe your thoughts are telling you you don't matter, you're not loved. Well, let me tell you that you're wrong, because there are many people out there who would love to help you and support you and help you find the resources you need, but you have to ask. You just have to ask. You can do it. I did. I didn't think I could. But please reach out. There's no reason why you can't put things behind you. But you have to make the choice. And I know The choice is hard, but you're worth it. So before I end today's video, I found a quote that kind of pertains to what we're talking about, so I wanted to read it. I don't know who the author is, but I thought you guys could benefit from it anyway. So it says, there are 3 C's in life. You have choice, chance, and change. You must make the choice to take the chance if you want anything in life to change. And it's creepy how true that is in my experience. You must make the choice to take the chance if you want anything in life to change. Because we all know the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting things to be different, and they're not going to be any different. I promise you, don't go down that road. Right now, make the choice. Make the choice. You can do it. Make the choice to put everything behind you. As hard as this journey is going to be, it's doable. It's doable. No matter what your circumstance, it is doable. You just put your eyes on the prize, and that is recovery. So do whatever you have to do. Find your support system. Follow me on Twitter. Come join the Katie Morton community. Do what you gotta do. But there are people that are going to be there for you and will cheer you on the entire way. Thank you so much for watching my new Journey to Wellness video. It means a lot that you guys turn in and listen to me, and I get feedback. I've gotten feedback from some of you that really like this, so make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who need to hear this. And subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And I am going to just leave you with that quote, and I'll try to make more of these. I say that, but I'm really busy in clinical rotations. So follow me on Twitter. You can also find me on Instagram. My name on there is ALLY_XOX. So you can also find me on there. So get in touch, get connected, and let's get started making good choices for ourselves. Bye.